Alright, let's talk to the... Let's go talk to... Yeah. Total office, yes.
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yuguri and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Sounds good. Should I join? Can I choose not to join? Is that an option? So, assuming I don't have a choice anyways, right? So I'll join, of course. I'm not sure what I'd do if I saw Yotsuyu again. Should I go with, I'm not sure what I would do if I see Yotsuyu, or we'll find you Gosetsu? Yeah, we'll find Gosetsu. There we go.
Thank you. If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear. Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not. But I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy, You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garlean's movements, and more besides.
The informant awaits you. Your pleasure in the back street of Sanjo Hananama. Sorry. Hanamaji, for its shining facade to its dark underbelly, few know Kugani as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. I'll give Sir Robin a hand. If he's providing us a ship, at least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. Oh, welcome on all for an splendid plan. Without further ado, then let us seek out this informant in Sanjo Hananchi. Alright, let's go. Speak over there, that side of the road. Rakuza district. The Rakuza district. Let's go. To the Rakuza. Let's go here. Gotta walk. Oh wait, it's down here. Okay. Then turn right. Turn left. The next one. Right here. This should be this place. Now we wait and see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, it has been, indeed. Oh, this guy. I knew it. Get any funny business and you know what will happen. I have trust. Oh, no funny business. Only the oil service. And the finest quality information, of course. Such quality does not come cheap. But then, Hancock already paid you, honestly. You must think we were born yesterday. I have half a mind to call Elise. No, Elise, I beg you, no boots. I will tell you everything, I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yutsuyu. High and low, far and wide, come to enlist my help. He did, promising rich rewards for the decisive information. And every decisive information, where the two individuals decided to hear the Gosetsu Yutsuyu. Alas, see them with my own eyes, I did not. But the Imperials are confident, yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here's something they do not know, a rumor which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rogenan samurai appeared on Kobane Dori with a beautiful maiden and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. There's no common katana either, but one of the surpassing craftsmanship. Well, that is interesting, assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No, regrettably I do not have a working relationship with the master of the Shokufu Shichichen. Why would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I think he'd lend you money. He will help you, I'm certain. While you speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure, but it is wise to let Namazu out of our sight. What choice do we have, though? No other choices but this. And fine choice it is. Though I am adept at gathering information, it is so much efficient to share the work. He's right. Given the urgency, we would do well to split up. So I will go with our friend here, I think improve our offense, like a little supervision. Alright, but yes, I will go together, and there will be no boots. Let's be about it. Pick up the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later? Rather than at the Ruby Bazaar, I prefer the fresh air. I believe Alice's truck has her task at hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? You have learned greeting. It actually said I learned it. Then let us away make crews. Alright, let's go. We're gonna look for the trail. So we're gonna speak with the Sorbonne at pier number 2. Hopefully we can track down where Gosetsu went. Excellent time. Mistress Althalise arrived mere moments ago. Well, at my end, Gilda met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way to some new information. Since the troops really running came directly from Garlemald, those bases here have been kept in the dark. That's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment into the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they picked up Gosetsu's trail. And your information matches ours. We are quite certain that Gosetsu seeks to cross the mainland. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana at the asking price? Well, we were in some haste. It seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here is the contract for sale. Pretty see the man is paid. That's... You agreed to this. Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. We'd best be on our way. But after we need to talk, and I want you to come straight to the office as soon as you can get back. Promise me? Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I can return. First, let us go through Ruby Price. If Gosetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have him seen him. Cactuar seemed rather vexed, does she not? Ever the land melodramatis. I'm sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her, but I digress. I have work to do.
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries. What's going on out there? Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy, but with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless...
Unless Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
We will help them, while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Soroban, we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing. Yeah!
What the fuck? Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough.
Come.
Yeah, let's go.
An opening. Your defense is lacking. Leave this to me.
Cutscene? Alright.
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gazetsu!
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan, eliminate hostiles! All forces, attack!
the art of my forebears.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens!
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
Okay, interesting. They look angry.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time?
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. But it offered precious little protection against the foe. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, aye. And I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard. Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
As true to say, we should move on. It would not do for Yotsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Gosetsu, thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. It was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Patios is, anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me, we need to talk about her. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine, but I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you, not for a moment. Now, these people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. Alright, if you say so. Yugiri's like, what the fuck? Yugiri's like, what the fuck is happening here? I'm sorry, Yugiri. Yotsuyu is stealing Gosetsu from you. Oh no. Oh no. Right, this past time we set sail. For one, not to keep Lord Hien waiting without the due cause. Alright, and the longer we tarry, the more risk inviting trouble, lest you forget the Red Kojin bear no love for Yotsuyu either. I shall deliver you into familiar shores near Isari, but out of the villagers' sight. Here is where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of our journey passes uneventfully. When you are not otherwise occupied, I will speak with you about my next business venture. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. If your pleasures some spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffer and restore the smile to Mistress Tatari's face. Oh, come along, Tatari was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you'd think, plainly. The blade that Gosetsu's worth is a fortune. Enough to buy a house and furnish it, which you would know had you bothered to check the price. What, I had no idea. This business venture to several bonds, you will give it a fair hearing, I trust. He has been good to us, after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. What was this? Suspicious encounter. Sir, everyone is about to present you with a proposition you would be fool to refuse. You know more of my venture, excellent. I should be glad to tell you all I know. Perhaps it would be easier to tell you anonymously. Anonymous client speak for his or herself. Here, their missive. Okay. For the Ruby Sea, and who call her home, we seek the aid of a warrior who laid low the Lord of Revel. But first we bid make haste to the Hell's Lid and quell the Oni that dwells the deepest depths. Should succeed in this test, we shall speak the true endeavor of consummate reward. Alright. Strange proposal, aye, and though it must be noted that the key they knew both of your deeds and of our part in them. The Red have no love for trickery, so I doubt if it is a trap of theirs. Should this client have honest intentions, then for the sake of these waters, they behoove us to engage them further. As for their test and close of the missive was a magic dagger, along with instructions as to how it may be used to open the hidden passage into the depths of the Hell's Lid. I should mention that this dagger is an old and extremely valuable that our client was willing to entrust to us. Without guarantee of our corporation bespeaks considerable wealth, and more importantly, considerable reward. Alright, let's go to Hell's Lid then. Isn't that near the volcano? Yeah, let's go there then. We haven't been waiting long, Daniels. My apologies for the delay. I thought it best to explain everything to Mistress Cactuar on the way. Honestly, all he had to say was that he'd found a way to make up to Alphino's obscene expenditures, no matter how reckless or dangerous the scheme. If it balances the ledger, I'm all for it. What kind of place is it? Well, according to ancient legend, Hell's Lid is where the hero Tenzin defeated a host of Oni. This island was home to them until Tenzin, together with the four lords, drove the Oni into the sea. For this heroic deed, Tenzin was showered in riches. He then journeyed into the deep of the mountain and soared from the realms of men, lived in solitude with his companion, happily ever after. He now has to drive away the Oni again. And I said, what I told you was a fairy tale. To the best of my knowledge, no one has ever seen an Oni. If anything, many assume the tale refers to ancestors of the Kojin. But you're saying that you've got no idea what's waiting for us down below. In that case, I'll leave this to the experts. If you need me, I'll be hiding behind that rock over there. I do hope that you're not counting on me to join you in the fight. Yeah, I'm assuming this is going to be a trial or something. Is this going to be like a trial or a dungeon? Hell's Lid accessible, alright. Is this a trial or is this going to be a dungeon? Oh, it's a dungeon, alright, it's a dungeon, good. I'll be easy then. Dungeons are easier than trials, so let's go. Let's run. Jump down. Oh, platform. This place is scary as heck. Otake Maru. Can do this. go. Kamitashi's down. Arrive on the polished shell. What the heck is that? Down? Perfect. Yes. There we go. Going. Really destroy them, right? Again, interesting. Let's go. Easy. Easy. Oh, it's a turtle. Hello, Mr. Turtle. Perhaps we should turn him right side up. You didn't have to throw him in the air, though. Oh, marvelous performance. Truly marvelous, but then you did best, the Lord of the Revel. Why the Kamiya, a talking turtle? I don't even know where to begin with that one. I trust you will forgive me for my deception. Just something of a Far Eastern tradition, the testing of strength and so forth. A bit rote, perhaps, but anyway, welcome to the Raisin Temple. I'm Gembu, guardian of this sacred place, and leader of our little collective. Gembu, the self-same Gembu of the Tale of Tenzin, one of the four lords? You're so normal singers that I would assume you'd name for the legendary being, but certainly, clearly, it is anything but normal. Never in my wildest dream did I think I would meet a talking turtle. Oh, but every one of us here can speak your tongue. Is it truly so surprising? After all, we each have lived more than 1,000 years. I knew turtles were so long-lived, but I had no idea that was even possible. In this wondrous land of ours, it is said that a beast, which lives 1,000 years, attains a measure of divinity. This temple is a place where such auspicious may gather. But take not my word for it. Speak with my comrades and learn their tales. We will talk of the endeavor after. We may as well do what he says. Besides, who knows what valuable secrets some 1,000-year-old animals may know. Let's talk to Kudam Gitsune first, I guess. A friend of mine, 10 miles ago, once called this place home, possessed of the Nine Tails. Her power far eclipsed my own. One day, she left to live amongst men. What became of her, I wonder. Judging from the way you and that woman are gobbling, I'm guessing you're not from around here. Don't know if this is your homeland, but if there are any animal that manages to survive 1,000 years, begins to get ideas, delusions of grandeur, some small power, sure, but nothing much of speak of. So about 10 times that, and you become a full-fledged auspicious of speech magics. It's quite the change, believe me, which is why we call it the change. Anyway, point is, don't let our appearance fool you. I could kill you 5 times before you hit the ground. But I won't, on account of me being civil for now. Get my Tachi. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, that hurt you. You didn't have to give it everything you had in that fight, you know. You only went through the change, so it's not like I was gonna slow you down that much. Let's see, Ganbu's the oldest of us. Oldest in the Far East, too. I think one of the 4 lords, so as you can imagine, he's much more powerful than regular Auspicists like me. I'll bet you probably knew all that already. Basically nothing we already know. Let's go back to Ganbu. Now that you have a greater understanding of who we are, I shall tell you the rather thorny predicament we now face. The divinity of we auspices manifests myriad ways. For example, I possess clairvoyance. And with my personal power have I seen a vision of the Ruby Sea, of Yangsha, of Yanshi, subdued by roaring flames. This is no distant future, I fear, and if we are to avert it, we must needs enlist the assistance of an exemplary warrior, one such, who faced the Lord of the Revel and lived. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Fear not, little one, for I have a plan, but to understand, must first understand duality which lies at the heart of we auspices. Terminate the primal rage and the Nejiminatama. These elemental force comprise the soul of an auspice, and only when they are in balance that we are truly ourselves. Alas, over great spans of life, amidst tumultuous events, this balance may be disrupted, the soul may be divided. An auspice overcome by Aramitima is wild, feral, all more dangerous for their divinity, full of tremors and floods which destroy men's works. Auspice can bring about these natural disasters? How frightening! Perhaps, but you must remember that there are auspices who delight in aiding the people of these lands. Auspices who may have even wreaked havoc in the past. Recall you the tale of Tenzin and the 4 lords? The one Sarban told us before was samurai and auspices who drove the Oni from the land into the sea. Just so, yet I feel his account of events not quite accurate, for it was not Oni we and Tenzin cast out from this place, but an auspice. An auspice with the power to move heaven and earth. Koryu, wholly consumed by the Anaranidita. He struck the flames in this land's heart until it very nearly erupted in a fiery maelstrom. Tenzin led us in the battle against Armad. Together we sealed them in his temple. I fear should Koryu break free, he may well finish what he began, and sure my vision of flames come to pass. I should think, our compliments notwithstanding, it would be foolish for any mortal to face Koryu without proper assistance, to wit, that of the 4 lords. Regrettably, I'm not of the young auspice I once was, and to make matters worse, my true competitors have nearly succumbed to them Aramitidama. The 4 lords have gone mad. The Ruby Sea is doomed. They succumbed nearly, alas, in marshalling their strength to retain control. They are unable to commit their powers to preservation of the wards, holding Koryu in prison. And now you have full complete understanding of the situation. You may yet last discuss your part in this, warrior. What have you and your comrades faced mine in battle and quell the raging around Mitido? What say you? Very well, if that is the only way. Sounds easy. Oh ho, you are intriguing. Intriguing one, aren't you? We are grateful for your assistance. Let us, brook no further delay, introduce you to the Ledger of the Four Lords. Inform Bianco of your arrival. When you first enter their domain, you should be returning any moment. Come, come. Old friend, the day of reckoning draws nigh. The wards will fail and Kira will break free. Before he does, you must quell the raging ardent in your soul. This warrior will help not her strength, for she has danced with Susano himself. Bold is your sky now, if Ginbu believes it true. Aye, the more I look at you, the more I see him. A similar presence, perchance. Light Urwell, I will bow you to my brother's judgment. Wonderful, then without further ado, I shall bid my comrade relax and surrender to Yaramita. What, here now? Won't he going to murder his rampage? Oh yes, that's the right point. He will be reduced to the feral beast. Then Padios, as I turn to battle, my brother and help him quell the fury within. But if that takes you to quell the in battle, then why did you not do it with the same for the Koryu? Why sail him away? Because it was too late, as I said, Kuru was a wholly consumed by Aramitama. Not remained of the Najimitama. All he was forever lost to us. The effort extended to hold back the fury. I will instead use to safeguard the calm. It is then you must act. But know that if you fail, it will only hasten my fall. My soul is in your keeping. Do you understand? Then let us quit this place. Genbu may not mind the chaos, but if I am to wager my everything, prefer to do so in the land of my birth, to look on those familiar wilds with eyes that may soon belong to another. When you return to the island, look for Fury. He will guide you back here. Given the circumstances, perhaps it is best we stay here. Would that not be accessible? Oh, Sorobon, was it? Be at ease, I have a task for you and your excitable urchin. Follow me. Urchin? Do you mean Tataru? Tataru, you're an urchin. Did that tiny turtle just insult me? He did call you an urchin. Oh, Yangxia. Alright, let's go there then. We are here. My earliest memories are not pleasant. From birth, I was shunned by man, beast alike, for my snow-white fur marked me a harbinger of doom. Cast out and haunted, I struggled to survive. But I endured. I grew older and wiser, and one day I resolved to protect this place, those that call it home. For in spite of everything, it was mine as well. In that time, they came to see me as a guardian instead of a demon. And yet, for all I have done to rise above the beast within, I may fall to madness and become the sum of their fears. Have faith, you will not fall. You're not gonna fall, don't worry. Such confidence from one so young, but as age of itself does not call for wisdom, nor does youth go hand in hand with hubris. I warned you, for centuries has my Aramitama grown and festered. Hold nothing back, for I will not. Warrior, the time has come for you and yours to make ready. May the Kami grant you strength to save my soul.
Guardians, receive from me my fury, children of man, and quell it! There is no turning back! Steel yourself! Creation trembles before my might! Behold, fury given forth! My wrath is a ceaseless torrent! finishes with you! Impressive! Very well, I shall bring all to bear! Lightning shift! Lightning shift! Stronger than I dared hope!
That was a pretty cool fight. You're indeed a warrior, to say not like him in many respects. It was in another era that we first met, long before the Kingdom of Doma. I told before my past of how I was shunned by man and beast alike for the snow-white fur that marked me as Harbinger of Doom. The rest of my family and friendship of home, I wandered the mountains in search of a place to call home. There I would accept my fate and await the inevitable. But death did not come, for I was unlike my brothers in more respects than my fur. With every century, I grew stronger and stranger, monstrous in turn. What few creatures dared traverse my domain would you further and further. Never had I been so alone. So alone. And then one day I awoke to find a man standing before me. Bewildered, I rose and bared my fangs as I roared in rage. Begone, or I shall end you asunder and feast on your flesh. What a fool has the temerity to approach me thus. But the man did not flee. Rather, he stood his ground and said, "This fool is named Tenzin, and ever since he was a child, he spoke the language of beasts." "Then you know full well what you stand to lose. Return to your people or die." But Tenzin threw back his head and laughed. "They would kill me if I dared. For fear of my talents, I was banished. A harbinger of doom, they called me." In that instant, all my anger drained away. Tenzin's word had struck the heart of me. He was a fellow outcast, cursed by his kin for his fair nature. Then that, as I listened to his snoring, I realized I had found a man of kindred spirit. Soon after we embarked on a journey together. In the days that followed, we met other solitary souls and aided them as we had aided each other. But those are details for another time. I doubt very much you are willing to stand here in silence while I recount my every adventure with Tenzin. Come, let us return to the temple. Genbu is doubtless eager to learn the outcome of our battle. No need to explain. Gambu's told me all about you and the thrashing you gave him and the others. Need me to escort you back to the temple? Yes. There you go. Well done, well done. You have done my friend a great kindness, one we shall not soon forget. What exactly did you ask Sorobon to do? I'm not sure what's going on, and I'm afraid to ask. Oh, you need to be so concerned. You know well the power of the Kojin's incantations, yes? I have but asked Sorobon to undergo a little training, that he might assist us with the maintenance of the wards. He has demonstrated a remarkable aptitude thus far, in fact. How longer must I continue? Concentrate, less chatting, more chanting. What youthful energy. It has been far too long since we had pleasures of such company. Not since Tenzin, I imagine. You didn't even ask, what sort of man was Tenzin? You only just learned the stories, and you've already said they were half wrong. Curious, are you? Very good, very good. Far too many people have no interest in the past. What should I say to you? Well, for one, Tenzin was blessed with dissolving power. Yeko, I believe it was sometimes called. As you probably know from personal experience, such individuals are often regarded with suspicion, if not outright fear. Nevertheless, Tenzin was a generous soul, who was ever eager to aid his fellow men. Yet he died as he lived, fighting for the sake of those he loved. You see, when he faced Koryu, we four lords were still quite young and weak, not even auspices. In truth, and we could but barely, helplessly, as the two dragged one another to the brink of death. In last year's trying Tenzin imprisoned and mortally wounded Koryu. He then bequeathed to us a secret treasure, a crystal which shone with otherworldly light. Oof, I wonder if this crystal was the source of the powers we would grow to possess. Would we have become the four lords without it? In my heart, I think not. Build the temples would strengthen the wards, and safeguard there would be sea in Tenzin's stead. His legacy would be ours, and so it has been to this day. So it will continue to be, but only if we can rely upon you to quell the Aramitama of our comrades. That can wait though. Yaku needs his rest, and so do you. In that case, it'll probably be best if I went back to Kugane. There's no telling what mischief that man would get up to in my absence. I too should take my leave. Doubtless I needed it in Taima Nemizu. Oh, you're not going anywhere. Your training is far from finished, my friend. But I can't possibly refuse the request of our four lords, can I? Hate to impose on you, but perhaps you can go to Tama Mizu in my stead. It may be some time before I am permitted to return home. Bunchun and Tamamizu. Alright, fair enough. So, sir, we'll be staying with Genbu for a time. How wonderful to hear. I have no doubt he will make the most of his most blessed opportunity. Oh, I have another missive for you. It was delivered personally by an unusual cat and auspice, I presume. Welcome to come and go from the temple as you like. Fear will remain at his post above ground. You need only seek him out. I should be glad if you take him up on his invitation and look in on a Soroban every now and then. Well, he is in essence our representative here. Fair enough. For twice in time. Luncheon has not heard from Soroban in quite some time. Pleasure as ever to see you, my friend. I cannot say the same for Soroban. He has set to return to Tamamizu, so I can only assume he is still busy undergoing Gambu's rigorous training. Hello. Is my link pearl working? So unreliable, these little things. I'm going to pay my visit to the Raisin Temple, see Soroban, give him a treat to keep his spirits up. If you're available, you should come too. You haven't forgotten how to get there. In case you have, look for the cute emerald shrine. Yeah, I know how to get there. I was, of course, not privy to our conversation just now, but on the off chance you are about to Raisin Temple, give Soroban and Gavin my little gods. Fair enough. Let's go check that out right away then. Oh, well met, a brave adventurer. You're come alone this day. What of the urchin? I recall nipping at your heels. Let's Tataru, and I thank you to forget it. Or else you get no takoyaki from me. My, I would be most unfortunate. My sincerest apologies. I shall endeavor to remember little urchin Tataru. course, your name I will not soon forget, for you saved my dear friend Biako from descending into madness. It is good that you are here. Zorovan has made a great stride in his training. It's true, but I believe we need to consider more dramatic methods. Though he's not without potential, Zorovan, as he is, simply lacks divinity. Should we carry on as we are, he may not be ready when we have the need for his strength. As with Biako before, there will come a time when he must confront Seiryu and Suzaku and quell the raging Aramitama within them. Accordingly, we must use every means at our disposal, no matter how dangerous, to ensure we are prepared. No matter how dangerous. What exactly did you have in mind? There's no need for fearful trembling or withdrawing into one's shell. All I would have you do is open a box. Oh, is that all? Well, I've opened my fair share of boxes. But no, that is no ordinary box. You must open. It is the Tamibako of Geomancy, a sacred vessel which harbors the very power of time itself. Oh, okay. And yet you say there is no need for fearful trembling. The box sounds terribly dangerous. To what end would you have me open it? Alright, fair enough. That you may be bathed in temporal magic's age of 1,000 years, distant that you may undergo the change and become an auspice, albeit until the magics dissipate. You would have me become an auspice, like the Four Lords. Hold on, didn't you come across one of these Tamibako and Shishui after falling tides? You did, didn't you? Or similar relics in the possession of the Rian. However, their magics alter only the appearance of those exposed, and members trick a glamour. Like the phenomenal power of the Tamibako we seek. Know that this is no legend, but incontrovertible truth. For the one who created Tamibako of Geomancy was a fellow auspice. Enough to see comrade become consumed, see them descend into madness and laid waste to the lands they had sown to protect, and like many of us, he had no choice but to put an end to their rampage. This auspice knew full well he was destined to share their fate, so before he too fell from grace, he resolved to craft the Tamibako of Geomancy, and when his work was complete, he bathed in its magic until he was no more. But Akami, he chose to die while his mind was still his own. I don't know what to say. Interesting. However, the Grand Mausoleum of King Ganon has been abandoned to Shikigami. We were bound to its halls as guardians, and only a warrior of surpassing strength can hope to overcome their trials. Steel yourself, Zorovan, until the moment turns of the team Tamibako of Geomancy. You must train like you have never trained before. Yes, of course. Alright, I'm gonna go get that over there. Oh hey, you made it? Finally. Been waiting forever in a day. Seems like we've got a potential calamity to work out, urgency. I'm taking care of the wards stealing the tomb's interests, so you're free to go in and get the box. One more thing, I'll wager they told you about that Shikigami. Good, ready to bugger and a half. Alright. Sounds easy enough. Is this a dungeon? Yes, it is. Alright. That thing's pretty scary. Okay, now we're far underwater. Alright, well, time to go back. Headed for the temple, or just taking the wonderful smoky air. Enter the temple. You are returned, and with the Tamatebako of Geomancy, I gather. Hand over. Very good, very good. Of course, there was no need to fear for the well-being of the warrior who faced my brother Byakko and lived. Let us brook no further delay and make ready for this next stage of Soroban's training. Listen well, for the magics we are about to unleash are ancient and terrifying, and is extremely dangerous, especially for Soroban. I wish you would have stopped saying that. Be at ease, Soroban. Byakko will devote his energies to maintaining the wards. And I've seen secretly practicing my Arcanima preparation for a time like this, so don't worry. No matter what happens, we'll be ready. Probably each got our part to do. If we're going to claim their fabulous riches, if we're going to save their Ruby Sea. Her enthusiasm is notwithstanding. I expect we will need to turn to you for this training. Take a moment to see to your equipment and let me know when you are ready. Yes. Everything's in order, and let us begin. Alright, let's do this. Now remember, Soroban, once opened the box will spew forth, and the smoke remain still and let it wash over you. Surrender to the magic and let it transform you into an auspice. Are you certain this will be temporary? As honored as I would be to join your ranks, I fear I'm too young to be sold. Come, you lot, let us retreat to a safer distance. It's fake, I knew it. What a waste of time. There had better be some treasure or something interesting inside. Foolish urchin. Ah. Was that really necessary? You couldn't just ask me to move nicely? What was that look? Is there something on my face? My face feels like I've got glitter left in the sun. Get a hold of yourself, chat. You have been aged, nothing more. Be careful you are not exposed longer, or you would have surely died. I may as well be dead already. I can't bear to go on like this. Did I not tell you before that the magic is fleeting? You need only endure it for a moment. All will be as it was. Got so preoccupied with the urchin that I completely forgot about Soroban. I hope he has not been overexposed to the magic. If he has been aged to excess, his armada may already be... This does not look good. Yeah, this does not look good at all. Okay, we're screwed. We're so screwed. Well, that answers that. On the guard, I'm afraid he means to kill us all. He bathed in dead tobacco magic for far longer than the urchin, and so I'd expect he will not return to normal so quickly. In fact, I dare say he will remain this form longer, enough to destroy the temple if we do not subdue him. Shazam! With me, Chaos Urchin. Hold on to him down. Alright, let's go to Tataru. What happened? Why did you all look so exhausted? Oh my dear Sarban, I knew you had potential, but it would seem I grossly underestimated your capacity for chaos. In any case, despite his unexpected turn of events, I should like to declare this training session a success. Let us take a moment to collect ourselves. Truth be told, this comes as a relief. Joe Sarborn's present strength pales in comparison to that of Biako and myself. We now know for certain that this potential is extraordinary. I strongly believe I could ever wield such power. Tell all who are strong were once weak. Sarban, I am no exception. Until I met Tenzin, I was no more than the floundering turtle you see before you. You never did tell us how you fell in with him. Well, if you wish to know the details. Long ago, when I had lived 100 or so years, and had only just begun to become something more, I received my first vision, a terrible calamity, one that would claim the lives of countless innocents was imminent. What was a little turtle to do? While I had seen the future with crystal clarity, I was powerless to stop it. I could do nothing but look on, helpless that cities burned and men died. So it was for centuries until one day. After 500 years, I had grown stronger, more reckless. I believed I could make a difference, so when I first saw a landslide that would bury a nearby village, I ventured forth to warn the people. Alas, while they were quick to discern I was no common animal, they could make no sense of my panic feelings. To them, I was a queer dancing turtle, source of considerable amusement, for I knew not the words of men, and so my warnings fell on deaf ears. It would be no different. Yet again, they would die. The people turned and walked away, bored with a fleeting amusement. With a heart fit to burst with sorrow and despair, I made to quit the village. Just then I heard a voice, kind and gentle. Little one, you look troubled. Tell me what burdens you. Though I knew he was addressing me, I doubted he would understand. Still, I told him of my vision of the landslide. I knew it would bury the village and everyone in it, in my vain attempts to warn them. Your kindness is only surpassed by your bravery, little one. Fear not, I, Tenzin, and my comrade Breko shall act in your stead. As Tenzin drew his sword, a great white tiger emerged from the wild. Shall we give them a show? Whispered to the beast, which inclined its massive head ever so slightly in response. They ran into the center village and began to fight as if they were better enemies intent on killing one another. Blade and fang flashing too fast for the eye to follow. Two broke apart for an instant, and then Tenzin howled, "Hearken to me, this white demon thirsts for blood of man. If valor revives, flee this place, seek shelter in the next village." Which is to say, the bewildered villagers scattered up, whatever was at hand, and ran screaming, too terrified to even look back. As the three of us watched them go, I heard the white demon mutter, "You know full well I have not once tasted man flesh." The village was later destroyed in a landslide, as I had foreseen. For the first time, I had managed to make a difference. Thereafter, we became traveling companions and close friends. I shared with them my visions, and together we labored to save those that we could. On the eve of what may perhaps be the greatest calamity I have ever foreseen, I feel Tenzin's absence keenly. Nevertheless, we must carry on. You may not have him, but you've got Pat, and you know he's no slouch. Yeah, I'm perfect. Oh, indeed I do, and for this blessing we are grateful beyond measure. Right then, Sarwan, you must resume your training at once and forget the lessons of your time as an auspice. Yes, of course. In that case, I should return to the mountain of paperwork in Kokane. Been doing my best to ignore. Oh, and Sarwan, I left the tank Koyaki with Kamai Tishi for safekeeping. You don't have to get any tea until you've earned it. When next we call upon you, I expect it will be the deal of one of my comrades. Shirk not your own training, for it will not be easy. Until their circumstances arise, I do not think I will have time to return to Tamimazu for even a short spell. If you would be so kind as to inform the elder. Yes. I'm gonna go back to see the elder, I guess. I'll go back to Tamimazu. Pleasure. Did you have a chance to visit Sarban? How fares he? He's doing well, but he's not over. It's not over. That's right. He has always been diligent, hardworking, but even so, I think he is blessed with such incredible potential. I couldn't help but wonder who else among us might be possessed of similar abilities. Besides interpretation, with great power comes great responsibility, as is often said. We need to take a closer eye on him to ensure he does not succumb to fear and attempt to flee his training. Super Aether. Yeah, give me a Super Aether. Fortune holds in his hand another missive addressed to you. How kind of you to visit. Now I need not to summon you, but a moment ago certainly surely can't return with another missive addressed to you. See for yourself. Drew sit fast. Well, yeah. Alright, I have to go back. Presume the auspice of Hell's living. I need of you once more. If you so, give my rewards to them in dear Sarabon. Alright, well, we'll continue our adventure in the fire down below next time on Final Fantasy XIV.